Hey everyone, just wanted to show off my most recent ground station. It's finally done. Doing some tweaks on the aircraft, which is the TBS quad, but other than that, it's operational and working pretty good. It's already fully set up. I'm not going to show a setup video, I'm actually going to show a takedown video because there's a lot of features in this I'm not going to get to, and I just wanted to show how all the equipment fits inside. At first glance, yes, it's huge, but it was intended to be that way so that I can carry all my gear to and from my vehicle, not have to make multiple trips. However, the size comes with a disadvantage being the weight. It weighs probably in the ballpark of 85 to 90 pounds. It does have wheels. It is made to be a mobile device, so that it can be transported pretty easily, but it still has to be lifted in and out of a vehicle, which makes it not ideal. So I may be dismantling it fairly soon and going with a different option, being a backpack. So here's what it's got. It's got a 19-inch LED monitor running on Diversity 1.3 gigahertz. It's using the EagleTree to split the video and audio feeds. It's also got a Lawmate PV500 light hidden up over here. My feed comes in, goes through to my DVR, and then I can jump the feed to my screen, so I can actually have the screen work as twofold. One for the visitors that are watching, and two being that if I lose my quad or something happens, I can view the footage in real time. In the back here, which I'll flip around in a minute, I have a 1.3 gig pepper box, and up top here I have a 1.3 gig Horizon stacked fan. Both antennas work really well. Let me see if I can get that stacked fan. You see it up there. It's kind of an albatross, but it works really good. And I made a homemade post for it using a T-Rex 500 boom. So the reason I went with the larger antennas was because I wanted better penetration through foliage in some of the areas I fly in. I don't necessarily fly in rural, secluded areas, cornfields, and stuff like that. I'm more of a populated urban area flyer, because that's what's available to me. So let's get inside the ground station here, what it's got. So on the inside it actually carries two Pelican knockoff cases. They're about 18 by 13 by 6, something like that. There's a Velcro strap mounting system for my quad. And then over here is what appears to be a children's toolbox. However, it has been modified to carry my 12,000 mAh SLA battery, which operates this beast. And if you look down close, you can see two fans. One switches the main power, the second operates the fan. I did have intentions of adding additional LED lighting underneath here, but that's just getting crazy. There's 8 gauge speaker wire, positive and negative, running to a power distribution board, which appears to not have anything hooked up to it. That's because I ran all the wires from behind and hard soldered everything to the board because I don't like the banana plugs. They're obtrusive and they look gaudy. So each switch has its own function. One will be for the TV, which is obviously on right now, the two video receivers, the EagleTree, and this one is for LED lighting behind the TV because I just had to throw some bling in there. This box carries my LiPos and my charger, and then I open the second box up so you can see what they're all about. These are actually $28 online, MCM Electronics. They are killer for the price. You're not paying for the Pelican name. However, these do have a nice gasket seal. They come with pick and pluck foam, fully loaded. It's got a pressure valve on the side. These are considered water resistant, not waterproof. However, I don't anticipate any of my equipment seeing any kind of water. So there we go. This particular case holds my Futaba and my Fat Shark goggles, and my Futaba is connected to a Dragon Link setup. So some other features of the ground station are the voltage meter on the side there. I hot glued a 90-degree SMA connector to the side so that when I take everything apart, I basically just take the Mad Mushroom off of my quad and screw it into the side, and it's a nice holder. Nothing touches it, so it can't get crushed. We'll come around the back here, look at the pepper box antenna. The ground station was kind of built around this. It's a rather large antenna. However, it has a really good reception, and I'm pretty happy with how it's been working so far. It's approximately 20 by 12, something like that. It is rather large though. As you get down into the 2.4, 5.8, they get smaller. On the side of the ground station, for future expansion, I put a 12-volt plug in the side so that if I didn't want to run battery power, I could run a extension from the back of my SUV to the side of the ground station, which I don't think I'll ever need, considering the size of my battery. I could easily run this ground station with all the equipment for probably 3 or 4 hours. Let's turn the fans off here. The way I have the boxes held in are Velcro straps with some D-ring, as you can see right here. Just bolted into the side. Bolts come right out the side there. And then I got these pretty heavy duty Velcro straps online. They're 60 inches long, and they just basically wrap around the case like so, and they keep the case nice and snug. So now I'm going to disassemble as if I were packing up for the day, so you can see that everything fits in the case. One of the mods I did, which I wanted to show for the stacked fan, I just took a boom support from an old helicopter and a piece of carbon fiber from a Futaba servo wheel, I believe. And how I made it was, it slips over the top of the connector, and then once it tightens, it holds everything. And then the last piece, I just needed something to hide everything so that it looked more looked cleaner when it was all done. So I basically just took a piece of 1/4-inch plexiglass. I think it was Lexan. I got some black cupboard liner from my home improvement store. Put the spray adhesive on the plexiglass, put the liner on, lined it up, glued some magnets on, Got 2 pieces of track lighting, black track lighting, which are metal. Put some magnets inside of the track lighting, and then I glued magnets on the back of this. Now it's magnetized, it's clean, keeps everything out of sight. Last thing we gotta do, power down. Closes up. Like this. There we go. With my pepper box, basically just took a door hinge, hot glued it on the outside. Let's see if we can get some better footage here. It's basically just a hinge glued. It comes with this lead when you purchase the antenna. And then what I did was I had an old transmitter stand I wasn't using. I disassembled it, screwed it on both sides of this wooden block, and then I had more T-Rex parts. These are T-Rex flybar rods. I put some links on, and I pre-measured them so when the lid's up, this is automatically at 30 degrees. Kind of a no-brainer. And then these come off like that, and they tuck away down in here. Let's see if I could do this one with the camera in my hand. And that one tucks away. And then this comes down. And as you can see, I got a little support rod there. It takes a cotter pin. Locks it up. Nice and snug. And that's it. That's the ground station. It's pretty mobile once it's on the ground. But like I said, it's heavy. It's I would say 85 pounds, fully loaded. That's with LiPos, my SLA battery, my quad, and all the equipment that was inside. I don't know if I'm going to keep it. I might dismantle it and try another approach. This is my 3rd ground station. I might try to make a oversized backpack ground station, something that's more of a conceal, carry in, carry out. But for the time being, this works. And hope you enjoy. Thanks. It's also made of some pretty thick ABS plastic, so I don't know too many ground stations you can do that in.